I see you, first of all, as part of the revival of documentary filmmaking, yeah? and a kind of subsystem, documentary filmmaking about art and about artists. Naturally, you make a film now like Bergen-Belsen. No? If I would say your major work is a contribution to renovate, to renaissance of documentary filmmaking about art, or do you see yourself differently?
No, I think you're right, except that, you know, I think that no matter what the subject is, one should attack it in a creative way. So that to me, even this film, which is a historic film on Bergen-Belsen, and a very unusual subject in a certain sense, because it's not just another film about the Holocaust. Even in this film, I try to make it's a film about photography and the document, and the fixed document.
When you conceive these scripts, how much is your obsession to formalize the script?
Well, for me, I have to always start with an idea, and that I got from hearing Jules Deleuze once say, "Qu'est-ce que c'est que le cinéma?" What is cinema? Cinema, you have to have an idea. You have to start with an idea. So I'm unable to write fiction. People often ask me, when are you going to make your first fiction film? I'm incapable of inventing a story. But I think that I've gotten pretty good at looking at a body of work, and in terms of that work, trying to formalize it, if you want to use the word formal in that way, through the use of an idea. And the idea can be a formal apparatus, a formal dispositif, as they say in French. But I find it very difficult to work without that.
Exactly.
And just as in Bergen-Belsen, I didn't want to get involved in having still another film about the Holocaust, even though I think it continues to be very important to make films about the Holocaust, as long as there are people alive who can say moi je, who can simply tell their own story, their individual story about a collective event, a historical event. But still, you see, I wanted them to react to first their own photography, their own photographs, their own memory through the image. And I also wanted to avoid having to interview for hours and then having to cut, because in a film for television you can only do 52 minutes, and therefore using the illustrations of archives to use as cuts. And I find that always very boring and very insignificant. So what I tried to do here was to try to have them react to the photograph, react to an image, rather than reacting to a question. And it worked out, I think, pretty well, and I think it's one of the few times that has been done for this kind of film.
I see.
So that's formal, maybe.
Okay, in that way, formalizing documentary filmmaking, which is something new. There was always, naturally, from Flaherty to Leacock, there was always some moments of formalization. But I would say Flaherty just documented what he saw and what he believed to see. He was not reflecting the conditions, how he produced this picture. Leacock is, it was called, in fact, cinema direct, because to say, you see, there's no camera, there's no filmmaker, we show you directly, immediately the truth of what is happening. This was a kind of fiction and illusion, which was nice, which had interesting products, but I think you have been something antidote, the opposite position, that you showed. It was always cinema reflexive of the medium itself, not so much to suppress the cinema itself.
Well, I've never been interested in reportage.
Yeah, you never have been interested, exactly.
No. In a way, I suppose you could say that my approach to documentary, even though I don't really like that word, is fictional in a way, because it isn't true.
Yeah.
The
fiction is not correct, because you are always on archive, you're always on documents.
You mean I'm always working with documents and archives? Yes, yes.
So it's not correct to call it fictional, no?
No, it's not. But I mean, I'm interested in the mise en scène, nevertheless.
This is what I call formalization.
Oh, you call mise en scène formalization?
Okay,
then we're on the same wavelength. As always, we have been. I'm very happy to learn about myself from you.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Then we go down and look at the films.
Yes, thank you.